Hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest 8-second gaming, and in today's video we are going to be talking about all of the changes coming in Season 17 because holy crap guys, there is so much and I cannot wait. Seriously, with everything that is changing, this might be the best season of Apex we've had to date, and it might breathe so much new life into the game. But ranked is not going to be the same as it has ever been. It's going to be a lot more competitive, and it's going to be throwing a lot of people off. So you guys will definitely want to check out the GameLeap website right now. Over there, we have top-level coaches who have been pumping out content non-stop to bring you guys the best, most highly informative guides possible. And come Season 17, that is not going to be changing. We are going to be sending out guide after guide after guide to help you guys in your climbs. I'm personally making a bunch of guides every week, and we also have a bunch of other creators that are top level as well, so click the link in the description, pick yourself up a membership and start to improve today. But okay, let's jump back into things here, and I'm going to be covering some of these smaller changes first just to kind of get them out of the way, and then we'll be talking about the bigger changes towards the end. So the first small thing that I want to talk about is the new ping system. The pings are really good in Apex. It has such a solid ping system, but there are going to be some changes to kind of make it a little bit more advanced. Some of the new types that are going to be added are I heard enemy audio, let's regroup, do not revive me, and avoid this area. It'll just be a little bit better for some of the people that might have some social anxiety. They don't want to use their microphone, maybe it broke, maybe they have a really loud family and they don't want to be having people just scream in their teammates' ears. There's a bunch of reasons why people don't use microphones, and the ping system is really good, but this will just make it so much better, so I'm really excited for it. But now let's talk about the care package and replicator changes because those are also going to be rotating. First off, the RE45 is going back onto ground loot and the L-Star is moving into the care package. Now this is kind of interesting to me because the L-Star, for the people that don't know, originally was a care package weapon. It came straight into the game as a CP weapon, but it was absolutely trashed here and you wanted to avoid it at all costs. So it going back in, I'm hoping to see maybe it's actually a dominant weapon. And the replicator is receiving some changes as well. The alternator and the sentinel are going into it. Those two I don't think are really replicator tier weapons. I don't think anybody's really going to be going out of their way to craft any of those two because there's just better options on ground loot, but it is nice to see them rotating, giving weapons different turns in replicators because you don't want to see the same ones over and over and over again. Now next up we have a new survival item that is coming into the game, and this is the evac tower. Now this is a survival item that will deploy a respawn balloon at any location. Now this will have a health bar and it also can time out. So as it's inflating, I'm assuming that people can shoot the balloon and it'll destroy it. So if you're trying to run away from a team, that won't really be the case. And also if you put one down and somebody tries to use it a lot later, the balloon, I'm assuming, will just pop and it will just be destroyed. Now this is a really cool item and I'm really excited for it, especially for all the solo queue players out there. Getting a good team comp that works in ranked is a really hard thing to do if you are a solo queue player. Some people don't have Valkyrie or don't want to play Valkyrie to make their rotations just a little bit easier. So this will help you guys with that and make teams play a lot more together and just kind of be safer on some spots. And the last kind of small-ish change that I want to talk about is the firing range. Now the firing range did get a lot of love going into Season 16 and they're continuing that trend in Season 17. There's going to be new combat options for the dummies to fire back to give you more of a realistic gunfight to help you train a little bit better. There's also a new town for doors and realistic scenarios, movement areas, a 1v1 area, and you can join firing ranges even if your friends are already in it, so you don't have to leave to get your friend in to 1v1 them, they can just join you in progress. The firing range is going to be absolutely insane come this next season. It is going to be such a good spot for people to play and train and get better at the game, so the skill ceiling is going to be going so far up. Now the next thing that I want to talk about is the weapon mastery system, because a lot of people thought that this is going to be absolutely big and it's going to be cool, but I hate to burst your bubble, it's not going to be super amazing. All it really is making different weapons in Apex go from level 1 to level 100 on XP with kills, knocks, and different stuff like that. As you unlock it, there will be different trials that you'll have to do, and with those you'll get different badges, different legendary banner frames, and also a legendary weapon pack. Though I have heard that the weapon pack isn't actually anything super special, it's just stuff for that weapon that already exists in the game. So there's not going to be anything like a skin that tracks the amount of kills or experience that you can have to show off stuff like that, which I'm a little bit upset about. I really think that Respawn needs to add at least even a gun charm into the game to show off how many kills you have with a specific weapon. I thought that would be a great idea, but it doesn't look like that is going to be the case, so I'm kind of a little bit bummed out. Moving forward though, let's talk about World's Edge because that is the map that was receiving all of the updates. Now there are quite a few changes coming onto World's Edge. Let's talk about the new POIs and Fragment first. This is a museum that's kind of smack dab in the middle of it. They've kind of remodeled Fragment a little bit, and to be honest, it looks really cool. Now I am kind of hoping that there is something that they can show off inside the museum because it's a museum. They're going to be looking back at the past of things. I want them to put in something that shows off the previous season's #1 predators. You want to be able to show off that you were #1, and unless you're just throwing screenshots up online, nobody really knows and nobody really cares. But if there's something in game that has a wall of past season's #1 1 Preds, it would be really cool, and people that are coming to the game later can see that, and it's something that you can show off. I think it'd be really cool. If anybody at Respawn is watching this, please put that into the game. Now, next up, there is a new vault that is near Skyhook, and if you guys don't know the vaults, they're essentially the ones that are by Train, Lava City, and in between the Geyser and No Name spot. It's just those spots where you can open them up with a key card, get a bunch of really stacked loot, and when it's being near Skyhook, that is going to be absolutely huge because Skyhook is already stacked for loot. That is going to make things a lot better for Skyhook players, and in ranked, that is going to be a very solid drop spot. And on top of that, Trials has been changed. Now, there were no details about what has changed with Trials, so I'm wondering if they've kind of changed how the loot system works, or even if they've just removed it entirely, but I'm going to assume that they've made it so that the loot isn't as strong as it used to be, because Skyhook is already really solid for loot, and if you're going through a tunnel that has a vault in it, that's going to be even more loot, and then you have Trials, that's even more loot. Now, the lava that has been around the map has also risen and cooled, so there's going to be spots with new lava that you can't play, and some spots that used to have lava that you can play, and it's just going to be a little bit of a quality of life and change the flow of the map. And also with those lava changes, the Harvester lava has risen, and there are new loot spots. And the last major change on World's Edge is that they have relocated the construction building from Fragment to Lava City, so there's going to be a lot more different stuff that you can play in that instead. And I'm really glad that they did not remove Mod, because that is such a good drop spot. It's my favorite spot to go. Keep it on World's Edge. Now moving forward, let's talk about the new legend that is coming into the game. This is Ballistic. He is going to be so broken, so overpowered, and I cannot wait to absolutely abuse him. Now, his abilities have been confirmed. His passive is called Sling. This is where you can store a third weapon in the sling, and you can access it via the inventory or character utility action. But to keep it kind of balanced, the sling weapon cannot take any attachments, and this will be relevant when you talk about his ultimate in a second here. Next up, we have his tactical ability. This is Whistler. With this, you shoot a projectile that heats up an enemy's gun as they shoot. Overheating does cause damage to the wielder, and you can also hold this to lock onto a target. Now, for those of you that don't know what the overheating means, it's just essentially imagine every single gun turns into an L-star. The more you shoot, the more heat you generate, and if you overheat, it just hurts you. And also, your weapon will be locked until it cools off. This is going to make pushing people extremely easy, because if somebody's holding height, you can just lock onto them with this. You don't really have to be able to see them. You cannot miss with it. And then if they try to shoot you as you're pushing up, their gun's gonna overheat, it's gonna damage them, and they're not gonna be able to stop you and your team from pushing. And on top of that, you have his ultimate, Tempest. When activated, nearby teammates get faster reloads, faster unarmed move speed, and infinite ammo. Plus, your sling weapon will be equipped and upgraded to gold. So if you have something like a Havoc in there that had no attachments, as soon as you press this, you get faster reload, you get infinite ammo, you get faster unarmed movement speed, and you now have a fully gold turbocharged Havoc. Right then and there, instant speed, and you are pushing somebody that can't shoot you back because their gun's locked. Holy crap, he's broken. I want him out of the game. This is going to be absolutely nuts. This character is going to be absolutely meta defining, and I know that some people, like myself included, were wondering, okay, what's this going to mean with all the ranked stuff going on? Because ranked is really fighty right now. People don't really want to play for endgame situations. People are dying really quickly. Ranked isn't as competitive as it should be. Well, let's talk about the rank changes next, because that will calm you down. So first off, with these rank changes, RP has been removed, and instead there are going to be ladder points. This aims to put an emphasis on winning the battle royale versus racking up a bunch of kills, so placement points and winning are going to be a lot better for you to climb. Also, they are changing the matchmaking, and this will be based off of your skill, not ranked. This means that you're going to be putting in games with people that match your skill level a lot better rather than just who you are in ranks with, because people could be boosted, people could be on different skill levels in their ranks and stuff like that. And for all the people that are wondering what's that going to do to my climb, the split resets it, it kind of makes it annoying. Well, don't be afraid anymore, because splits have been removed, and rank will reset per season. So for people that have full-time jobs or even school and a job, they don't have a whole lot of time to rank and they just get reset halfway through, that won't be a problem for you anymore, so don't worry about that. And my prayers have also been answered, because I thought that the level requirement for ranked was way too low for way too long, but that has also been changed, because the minimum required account level for ranked is now level 50. I wish it was level 100, because that's probably a better level to be around. You understand the game a lot better, but 50 is also a very solid number, and I'm very happy that Respawn has made this change. This is going to mean for the people that are in lower ranks, you're not getting people that are just brand new to the game, keeping you in those lower ranks. The people that are coming in are at least level 50, and they're going to have at least a basic understanding of how the game works now. And also for the people that were upset that so many people were just getting boosted, they have also changed this. Now you cannot get KP by killing a player more than once. This means that the people that were boosting with beacons are no longer a thing. You cannot just farm someone for kills in RP. This is such a massive change. This is a just huge W for Respawn. I cannot stress enough how happy this makes me. Boosting was such a huge problem, and Respawn could not keep up with everyone. They were doing ban wave after ban wave after ban wave, but people were still getting into those high tier lobbies and getting really high in ranks. And the last two changes are provisional matches have also been added, and entry cost is now the same for all ranks. I don't really like these changes a whole lot. I'm not really sold on them quite yet. I do think that entry cost should go up as you rank up, and I do think that people should be making their way through the ranks as well. I think it's part of the game. However, some people are very excited about these changes as well, and they are very happy about them. But let me know what you guys think about all these changes in the comments down below. Are you excited for Season 17? I'd love to hear about it. And if you guys want to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news, don't forget to smash the like, subscribe button. Thank you all for watching once again, Mates Game, and I will see you guys in the next one.